Hello, welcome to Into the Dead, or better known as this sort of mine with zombies. So it's more or less the same game, but it has a lot of cool things added to it. Plus a little better graphics, dynamic resolution off, like that. Let me just put that off because it was annoying. What do you actually choose over here? Because it says you can choose graphic quality, but let's say I set it on high. Like only the effects are modified. Anyway, let's apply that. Custom high, shadow quality. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I played the demo, and the demo was great, but it doesn't seem like they fixed anything. I will skip this. This is just them telling us that things are very bad. Now, about the survivors, to be honest, there is a bit of forced diversity over here, because it just forces you to pick a good option and a bad option. So one of the survivors will be kind of like the opposite of the other, which will create a lot of nonsense for your game. So for example, yeah, this is the best example, Darren and Leo. A bit of forced diversity in my opinion, I don't like it. A bad cook that can only cook slop, with someone that eats more than usual. Or over here, they can craft guns and they're good with guns, but they cannot repair the barricades as good. And over here, which is my favorite one, you have a character that is very good at everything, more or less. Extra resources when dismantling items and cheaper barricades to repair, but loses more rest each phase. And the other character cannot do much, especially with the smaller backpack. But you can have more lockpicks, so more resources overall. What I mean about forced diversity, this is not really that fun. And then you have the... I think I would really like to have just custom characters at this point, because what they give you, it's a bad choice versus a bad choice. Yeah, let's play with Hector and Kayla. This is what I played in the demo. I guess I'll try to have more resources, but the problem was that at some point... it was getting really annoying to do anything. Oh, lockpicks. We'll go to scavenge that area. By the way, it's a bit weird because whenever I try to load my game, it just gives me a black screen. Lockpick, and I don't need anything to heal us. Also, the game is possible. It is possible to play the game fully on stealth, so you can basically play a perfect game. Oh. But I'm not that patient, so I'll probably make a lot of mistakes. I'll probably kill a lot of zombies. I'll probably die at some point. I hope not. Graphics are nice, but I think, yeah, they insist too much on the effects, which causes FPS drops. Also wish they didn't make this like this sort of mine. I wish they would have just regular items. Makes the game seem very console-like. Great atmosphere. The dead will become over. They're not dead, they're just mortally challenged. Or humanly challenged, they are zombies. Can I close the door? Find a weapon to stealth kill, sure, we'll find one. Can I take one of the legs of this thing? Can I get here ice cream? Yeah, that's not a good idea. The American dream. Living in a house like this, having fun. I guess this is kind of like the American dream that you'll see only in games and movies. In reality, it was not so much like this. Weapon destroyed. I mean, you could probably just take one of the shovels from there or whatever the other tool is, but I guess not. I changed now. Hatchet. Living dangerously. I also like how the hatchet gets attached to your invisible buckle. Anyway, don't think about it. It's just a weapon. It works. Now, at some point, I think we'll just be able to leave. That's zero things over there. We have to find a new shelter, that's for sure. The difference between one bed or two beds. You can sleep on the floor. Looks like he really needs to sleep. So he'll sleep. Kayla, well, I guess we'll have to repair the barricade. The inventory. Currently, yeah, we should have two more lockpicks. To have them. Guess we cannot cook over here. So yeah, this is the fun part of the game, but not sure how much we can play the actual game. So she will need one more plank to do the barricade. You know what? I guess we can just sleep the night. It should be okay. Wakey wakey, it's time to eat your pancakes or eaten by the zombies. Looks like they only attack... I don't know how this works. It was never made clear though. I guess you could just kill them at some point. Oozing juices. Meager, yeah, I like the meager amounts of food we're getting, so I should probably go to the next location, which is the valuable records, which has more food and more location. Oh, in the tutorial zone. Oh, okay, fine. Why didn't you tell me we're doing the tutorial game? We have the weapons and the lockpicks. Go scavenge. Guess we can craft one more lockpick. So we can make another bed, a communal area. I don't think there's any point in crafting any of these for now. Some of the locations were really annoying with the zombies in some hard places. Why did I do that? I totally forgot about this thing because it sends you back. the shelter. Let's do a night mission. Don't worry about it. Oh, shut up with the unassigned survivors. Very, very... Easy, easy, he's dead. Now, you don't have to kill them, but that will make this part a lot easier. I guess this is my favorite part of the game. The nighttime is so much better than the daytime in a way, but so much scarier as well. Stamina is actually pretty hard to replenish in this game. Kind of like all of the details. Look at the details. Look at the new locations. I think we can also just use the wire to go... No, we cannot. Now, keep in mind that you don't have to kill everything, but if you just clear all of the locations in one go, you don't have to come back over here again. So it's kind of interesting how they chose to do it. So you can kill all enemies and loot all locations, or you can just leave enemies alone and kind of sneak around. Brutal. Fabric, medicine. And more bottles. I think bottles are just used to distract the zombies. How do I switch to the bottle? Check the options. Melee fire show. Not much to go over here. How do I throw the bottle? I guess right click and left click. Because it seems to have the bottle in his hand. The weapons will break as well. Bottled water. This is about to break, so I have to stop using it for a while. Okay. Let's open up that shortcut. Well, I'm not looking too much because the atmosphere is pretty good. What's the sound? I think I might have lowered the volume too much. But that's because I wanted to speak more in the beginning. Yeah, I guess you don't really need the bottles to distract the enemies. I totally forgot about that zombie, so yeah, you need to remember all of this stuff, sadly. So you can move in here. What is this thing supposed to be? A firearm part? Oh. Interesting. Okay, head back to the shelter really means head back to the shelter. Probably want to take some food with me, but it's not really such a big issue. Pen is also a weapon. Well, I guess we can move in here. How do you move? Well, I don't know. The tutorial should have told us already. Yeah, this is what I remember. You don't have to repair the barricades. You can just move to a new shelter. Because let's go back over here and then we can choose the new shelter, I believe. So, if I go over here and I say move the shelter, that will work, right? Sure, let's move there. You're wondering why are we moving? That's because, well, that other location was pretty much, would have been pretty much overrun in a minute or two. Well, in a day or two. Yeah, you get the idea. So he's still tired, he's also pretty hungry. I'm not sure if I should move my base. I have access to a lot of stuff over here. That's another potential shelter. I guess we can still, you know, loot and run away. Not much of a threat over there either. The idea would be to loot the motel and Griffith's son and Griffith and Son hardware and then move to the new location. Has more stuff in it. Wait a minute, do you keep your... Again, they don't really tell you this, but some if you build stuff over here, do you keep your things when you move or not? Hmm. I just assume they do. Also, where can I see their things? Okay, plans. I think I should have always rest to that guy because he seems like he doesn't enjoy being up a lot of times. Or just, you know, doing a lot of stuff. Okay. Yeah, that's why you want to scavenge during the daytime. You'll just get caught in a very bad position if you don't do that, knowing hunger. So where is the kitchen, or the so-called kitchen? Yeah, just assume you move with all of your stuff. If not, well, then I'll have to restart the game and make the same progression until oh, we will manage. Over here. Meat stew, so you need the water and the other stuff. Water at the moment. Guess it doesn't really matter what you cook with. Sure. Is the problem that did I eat more than one thing out? Hey, let's see what we can do over here. I guess we'll go over here, prepare the scavenge. That's a weapon, by the way. You can call that a weapon. Yeah, I have to learn to be more patient though. That's my only issue. Otherwise, I think the game is not so bad, not so hard, not so easy. So I should tell you. I guess that's going back to the shelter. Been destroyed, yeah. That coffee. Yeah, the tutorial never mentions you can do this, but you can do that. I don't think you can kill anything without a weapon, so we'll not try that. Huh, good thing there are no zombies in the distance. Hey, give me another broken bottle or something. Oh, this is so scary and creepy, I like it. Don't remember this location, I don't think I played it in the demo. Okay, there can also be more zombies in one location, so they're not just the zombies in your view, they can also just sit on the floor or just be behind something. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Where are all of the weapons? Can I not find another weapon? A rock or something? Wait, he comes all the way up here, yeah. This is probably my least favorite part of the game. No, not behind me. This is weird. Yeah, that was a bit of a pro gamer move from the developers to make that zombie patrol the entire area. Yeah, I guess you have to watch how the map works a lot. Especially because I could just probably craft the weapons. Could also try to open the door and see if I can loot anything from this. Hmm. A pistol. If I go up the stairs, I'll probably get caught by that security zombie. The noises are so annoying, yeah. I guess the noises could have been toned down a little bit. So that zombie is out there, so I cannot enter that area. Kind of annoying. And the other entrance has already a zombie in front of it, so I cannot go through there either. Anyway. Open the door. Yeah, the controls are still a bit janky, I'm afraid. How do the zombies... Dollar bundle? Interesting. Pure alcohol. I guess we have our inventory full of items, okay. Watch out, zombie, don't fall down. It would be funny if the zombie could fall down and die. Phew. I guess this is the part that will annoy a lot of people, the part where you don't have... Don't click too fast. Can I right click? No, I cannot. So, be very careful when you double click because you can... Wow. Not even a double click, it's just a single click. He has to repair the barricades tonight, and tomorrow we'll have to make something, I guess. Yeah, let's take the safe option. So now we'll also have food and the barricades will be in good condition. Not that tired, he's just hungry. Not sure what the blue... Well, again, the tutorial is a bit of a mess, a bit of a nonsense. You don't understand much. I guess you'll have to go scavenge. We really need to start producing some weapons, weapon bench. Broken bottle, hammer and knife. Yes, please. Hector, go back down. So now we have to scavenge another location because that location has only zombies. We have no weapons, sadly. Well, I guess we have the frying pan. We'll take it. I guess I could have taken... You know what? Don't think too much about it. This is one of those games that if you plan everything right, or if you read the guide, you'll be able to do everything perfectly. But that's not the point. The point is to make mistakes, have fun. Okay, we have some zombies in the... This is the annoying part, because if you don't know what to expect in a location, you might ruin your chances from the beginning, because you'll just bump into a zombie. I guess I should have came over here in the beginning, because we have a lot of weapons. Okay, let's see what we got. We have a rake, which is not much of a weapon. Sugar, wood, yeah, that's good. The bottle will always be single. I don't know if it actually matters, like the bottle being on one use item, and the fan actually making more noise. Here we'll have a list to scan. That's a bug, but okay. You cannot open the door and shine your flashlight. That would be funny. There are zombies in the room behind me. There are a lot of zombies in there. Yeah, that always gets destroyed. Okay, we're already full on items, so we can go back. Such a loud noise. By the way, don't make the mistake of running, because if you run, you might actually aggro some zombies from another place and they'll come chasing you or looking for you. And that's always a bad sign, because you ruin your level. So be very careful what you do. I'm afraid to enter. I don't want to put I want to eat that. Okay, this was definitely the nicer option. Really don't really need the fix. I have a vision I'll need more fabric or more items in general. Okay, we cannot go there, but you can go outside over here in case you run into trouble. Also hide, I don't know, there are a lot of mechanics that are not really explained. I guess I'll just have to go back with all of the weapons and the stuff we have acquired. This was over here. Okay, don't linger. It might be, I don't know, might be recommended to close the doors. Since if we make noise, they might run towards me, but if the doors are closed, I don't know. I'm just saying right now. just saying some things. Again, does make me a bit, would I say, unsettled. I think I want the parts, the wood, but I also want the scissors. Better, more screws. So if I open that, that's why you never run. As soon as I start running, that zombie from the back rooms wanted to chase me. Nope. Yeah, you always have to hide and walk stealthily because zombies are literally everywhere and it will only get worse as time passes. Phew, that was close. Actually, there's no room for mistakes, not now. Guess you'll have to sleep. Then, Ayla, can you build me another thingy? Actually, no, we have the weapons bench, so let's see what we have at the weapon bench. Where is the weapon bench? This is not my favorite feature, since you don't know where the stuff might be. However, okay, the barricades. I really hope when we move everything. Hammer. Everything is kind of expensive. I guess she... Oh, we only have one bed over here. It is. I guess we can do one more scavenge run, to be honest. I'll get trained. I guess we'll see the barricades up top, so you always know what to do. Ah, come on, go down. So I guess the other option would be to go back and loot everything from there. I think I have a few things left, plus opening the gates, but that I think will just cause the zombies to chase us, and I'm not sure if there is any other loot over there, so it's a bit of a weird proposition. Additionally, I could just go over here. Yeah, let's go over here because we have more weapons. Take 2 weapons. It's like I don't get to use the lockpicks a lot, but we'll try. Should I get another weapon? Nope, this should be enough. So damage is good, speed is good, noise is not. Yeah, so that has more damage. No, it's the same. How can a screwdriver cause the same amount of damage as a rake? I don't know. That's a question we have to ask the police. And we'll scavenge the motel properly. Now, one of the things it's not that is not really explained, or I'm not sure how it works. I'm not sure if all of the zombies will reset every time you come back. Meaning to... He has a pen on his back. Well, the main thing is that you don't panic, because if I would have panicked and rushed to close the door, that would have been more problematic. This was a bad idea. I fully commit to it. What was that nonsense? Come on, developers. Can do better than that. Okay, so for as a rule, I'll just assume all of the zombies will reset. That zombie will stay there until I leave the map. So we might be able to enter through the other side, but I'm not sure. There was another roaming zombie. Nothing here. A proper knife, a combat knife. Again, everything seems to have the same durability, sadly. Shing! It's that nice shing sound. So I believe that zombie just wandered that area. I'm not sure if to reset while I'm here. There really is nothing up here. You got to be joking me, so they still haven't fixed some of the older issue I was having with the game. What a bummer. Yeah. I don't think I was trying to look at the telescope, dude. I think I was trying to kill the zombie that was in front of me, but hey, whatever. Man, this is the sort of game that makes you lose your cool. Oh, come on! This is so annoying. They haven't fixed the issues with the controls. For example, when I want to drop down, I want to drop down, not look like an idiot over there. I guess we were full inventory anyway. Could have maybe had... maybe. They could have gotten more items, but that would have been a long shot anyway. Oh. Unsettling. What do we have over... Keep calm and don't get angry. What do we have over here? So probably the next step would be to upgrade the bench, so dismantling bench and bolt cutters. The dismantling bench will be important because I don't think I want to use all of those items just like that. Mineral area is also pretty good for morale, but I think it will be for later. I also will need another bed. I really hope when you move, you don't move. I mean, when you move, I hope you get all of the stuff with you. I guess we'll just have to see at some point. And if we don't manage to evacuate, we'll just have to start a new game and then we'll have more luck. Because from what I remember, all of the games will be the same. Yeah, I'm forced to do this anyway. Because the barricades are pretty low and I want to see some of the more advanced stuff. Markings. Oversized pack. So, manhole covers. What does that mean? I can craft another... Oh, so the dismantling bench is this one. We do have a lot of other stuff. Barricade level 2. We can craft medium repairs. Why would you need... Well, I guess that's... The wire is used to fasten it. That's going to be useful. That scares me when I see that in the background. Communal area 1 or 2. Cooking area level 2. Electrical stuff will be needed. Weapon bench level 2. I guess I have one of those in that other area. That's scared to go into. Okay, so I guess I can scavenge with him. So all of the barricades... No, not all of the barricades are the same durability. Yeah, combat, as you can see, it's very janky. Okay, I guess that's enough for today. We'll have to see tomorrow what we will do. I guess I'll just have to go back to the motel with weapons and some other stuff. Yeah, see you next time. Actually, do we have a safe? No, we don't have a safe. See you next time. Bye bye.